All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming live from Joburg. Good morning and welcome back to the opening bell with myself, Tshepo and Ashley. And this is brought to you by TD Markets and TD Markets Academy every Mondays to Fridays at 9, streaming live on YouTube. I hope everyone is doing well this Thursday morning. A lot of interesting things are happening, a lot of interesting activities is happening in the crypto, right? So this morning, we're going to go back to the crypto. We're going to do updates and see what is happening, what has been happening, and what we can prepare for. All right. So we've got Bitcoin this morning, we've got Ethereum and Ripple. The last time we spoke about these assets, we said that they are going to push towards the downside. All right. With Bitcoin, we said it's going to push back to the zone. With Ethereum, we said it's going to go down to break this area, right, or come back to the zone. And then Ripple, we said is also going to come back to the zone. All right, that was about 3 days ago, 2 days, 3 days ago. And that is exactly what happened, right? But this move was a move we predicted to complete what price is doing, right? For us, it wasn't necessarily a trading opportunity. It was a move just to complete this movement. All right. So looking at Bitcoin, it is now trading within a very interesting area. This is a very interesting area because the last time price was here, it aggressively pushed up, right? And now it came back down to the zone, right, as forecasted previously. So it becomes a very important zone because that's where a lot of orders were activated previously, right? The first time it was here, a lot of orders. So now we want to see what's going to happen around this zone, right? If we take a look at the liquidation map, it suggests that in the past 24 hours, only about I think it's about 300 and let me just check here. Only about 315 million dollars of positions have been liquidated compared to 1.33 billion. All right. So this week, we are seeing a lot of orders obviously been liquidated, but the number is going down. The number of those orders is going down. All right. So it's very interesting because once price got to the zone, now a few orders are being liquidated, just a few. All right. Indicating that there is a shift that is coming. Now, that is what we are preparing for now, that shift, because looking at price action, Bitcoin is trading at a very important and critical level. It slipped below $100,000, went down as low as 98. Yeah, I think it's 98 or 99,000 dollars. That price level there, it slipped down to that zone. So we are keeping a very close eye here because we could easily start getting momentum pushing towards the upside around this zone, right? It doesn't matter whether price will range. It doesn't matter whether price will attempt to break it. It doesn't matter whether price will be manipulated around this zone. But we're anticipating this move to start, the market start giving us this move just around this zone, right? So for this week, we are gonna leave it as it is for this week. We're gonna leave it as it is for this week, but this weekly candle here, you see how it's already rejecting, right? It's already rejecting. At some point, it was down here, and now it's already rejecting. And then we also have these long wicks as well, right? So we are looking at this candle. We're going to keep an eye on how this candle closes, and then next week, that's when we will possibly get a complete story on what Bitcoin is trying to do around this zone. So it's very interesting, right? We don't see any opportunities at the moment, but waiting for further confirmation so that we know what we are gonna do from next week. And this is the same with Ethereum as well. Ethereum, we are looking at the weekly candle, which is rejecting. Look at this. Look at this huge rejection here, right? So we're gonna look at this weekly candle and the daily candle to see what price is doing. But possibly next week, that's when we will then get those proper confirmations and possibly trading opportunities. All right. And then if you take a look at Ethereum, now with Ethereum, I'm sorry, not Ethereum, but this is Ripple. With Ripple, I'm going to go to the line chart. I'm going to change this line chart to a brighter color. Now, what we're seeing here is this, right? This is actually a channel. And I'm going to use the line chart because I do not want to use that long wick of the candlesticks. I mean, we can still use the candlestick and draw the channel like this, but I'm not going to include that long wick there, right? I'm not going to include that long wick. Now, you see how this gives us a different perspective now. Look at this channel. Let me just remove. Look at this channel. Look at where price is now at the bottom of the channel. At the bottom of the channel, right? Let me go to the weekly just to check something. Yeah. So this area here, it becomes a very important area now. This is where before the market went up, it first came back down and then it went to a range. You see this range here. Let me zoom in. So previously it went down, price went down, and then started to range, and then gave us one last spike towards the upside, which is common. And then from there, price shot up. So look what's happening now. The market came back to that now, to that very same range, right? So that is a very important area for us. So around this zone, we are watching out for some momentum towards the upside around the zone, right? Around the zone from a technical point of view, of course. Also looking at the liquidation map, we're looking at some buys around this zone. So it's very interesting, right? Ethereum also and Bitcoin. So guys, so this is how the markets are looking so far. These assets in the crypto so far. And yeah, so this week we're just sitting back, watching these guys doing their thing, watching these whales doing their thing, closing, opening positions and all of that. And then I think next week, that's when we're going to start getting some good price action to start looking for those trade opportunities. All right. So keep an eye, continue to keep an eye on this, guys. And yeah, we'll come back again with you guys. We'll come back with more updates. All right. So that's how the cryptos are looking. That's how the market is looking this morning. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's see what's going to happen in the next coming days. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end it here for this morning. Have yourselves a good day. Enjoy. And we'll come back again tomorrow. Cheers, everyone.